Hey guys, how are ya? Merry Christmas. Just thought I would hop on and do some messages. What I'm going to do real quick is just share out here for a second. Just going to share out. No one's on yet. I always just kind of hop on. All right, let me just share out here. Is this me from yesterday? Oh, that's Christmas Eve. Hold on here. So I'm going to be. Where am I? Let's see here. Merry Christmas. Thought I would hop on. I just wanted to deliver a very quick message and then do some readings. Let me shut that off. Silent mode. So I thought I would just hop on. Let me see if anyone's here. Hey, Leona. Hey, Kimmy Siegel. Hey, Miranda. Got 3 Master Light Blasters here. If you guys don't mind sharing out, I would appreciate it. You know me, I just kind of hop on. Hope you guys had an awesome Christmas, a quiet Christmas, a peaceful Christmas, whatever's in your heart that you guys enjoy. Mine was semi-quiet, but just with my immediate family, it gets really crazy because we're very eclectic. Every child is very different from the other, and we've got all of these different contrasts going on at once, so it gets really crazy. But it was fun. It's all good. It's all in love, right, guys? So I'm just gonna try to share out real quick, and I want to just share a message, and then my daughter Chantel is going to do some readings with me. So if we can get some people on, that would be cool. What I'm going to do, for some reason, I don't see myself on the computer yet. Where the hell am I? Let's see here. About more. Let me go to videos. Maybe I pop up then. Hold on here. Still don't see myself. Hold on. So yeah, I'll do some readings. I got a new deck, guys, for Christmas from my beautiful girl, Chantel. And I got this necklace here that I'm wearing. So I'm like, oh, I feel all like ready to do some readings. It's a new sun necklace that she got me. And then she got me these new card decks, and it's Wisdom of the House of Night. So I think these sound like they'll be really powerful. They're going to bring something into our conscious awareness that, you know, that we are illuminating, I guess is the way to say it. Can you guys hear me okay, first of all? You guys all know my issues I've been having with my mic, with my connection. Just too powerful. We got our water turned on Christmas Day. Is that since that whole oil thing, Kim? It's been that long? That was like a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Oh, after 24 days without. So did they bring water in for you, Kimmy? And is the development still going to be able to stay there? I remember at one point, Kimmy, you said that you weren't sure if you're even going to have a home because of the oil seeping into the water. Hey, thank you so much for that confirmation, Sally, that you guys can hear me. So yeah, I'm going to be pulling from my wisdom of the House of Night deck mixed with whatever I'm called to. My eldest daughter, Chantel, is going to be pulling from her deck that she likes, her fairy deck on the side, but she doesn't like to be in video. So all went well. Good, Kimmy. Good Lord, 24 days without water. So during the holiday or Christmas Eve, no, the day before Christmas Eve, we lost power because, you know, the Northeast had a lot of intense winds, like hurricane winds, the ocean coming up really high. And we lost power, but we had a generator. But then the generator got overloaded. And so we kept like flickering in and out. And that was bad enough because we're on a well, and the well is ran by electricity. And we had if we have no power, we have no water. So I can't even imagine, Kimmy. Holy crap. I can't even stinking imagine going through such an ordeal. All right, let me see here if I can share out. But hopefully you guys are all having a beautiful Christmas. Oops, let me get out of the way here. Let me get back to myself here. So I'm going to share out and share my message. So I had something really, really basic come to me today. I went to the gym. Of course, the gym was packed today, but everything was open that I needed. Day after Christmas, everybody's trying to rebalance all that they drank and ate. So I saw a couple people there that I run into regularly, and he goes, "Yeah, it's all the people coming in to burn off some of all the food and drink on Christmas." And I'm like, "Oh, that's the story of my life every day, not just Christmas." All right. Christmas is today, now and forever, guys. Oh my God. Now it's not letting me log in my own stinking account. Son of a bee, man. All right, guess we'll have to wing it, aren't I? Oh, there I am. All right. All right, so I can't talk for 1 second here, guys. Thank you for sharing out. Thank you for being here. Let me see, maybe I'm on here. Merry Christmas within. For some reason, I don't see myself on Facebook. Switch profile. Hold on here. Temple of the Sun. All right. So a lot of times in life, I'm just going to get to the message here. Try one more time. See if I can find myself. Okay. You can't get, if you can't have what you want or what you lost or what you think you want, we all know that we don't get what we want. We get what you need. Is that the Rolling Stones song? You don't get what you want, you get what you need. Well, anyways, I was thinking about this when I was at the gym and contemplating it. And when we can't have what we want in the moment, whether it's a person, a place, a thing, a relationship, a job, our sole purpose is not to keep projecting and running that story in our mind. It's not to keep thinking about what we're lacking. What Spirit really, really said to me, and I know we already know this, but the way it was spoken was so clear. And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, that's true. You do what you can in the moment for you that you do want, you do like. Okay, it came up here. Let me just share out now. Let me just share my story. Hold on, guys. Let me just take a second. I finally popped up. And I compliment myself on multitasking, but I can't talk and write or post at the same time. Hold on a second here. Group. Hold on here. Hold on here. Just look. I'll just share out a teensy bit, just because. Because I was thinking about some things in my life. So whether it's a place that you wish you could live, a house that you want, a job, because so many times, as all of you guys know that do readings for others, they're always wanting that information or affirmation that they're going to receive what they want, what they're yearning for, what they're looking for, what they're desiring. But what that does, as all of us know, is it keeps that energy at an arm's length away, because we're always projecting into and thinking about the timeline where we don't have it. So our frequency resonates with the timeline that we are actually embodying. So what Spirit is saying is do what you can now. When you're thinking about what you want and can't have, that is different than just releasing it in a non-attached way. But when we're attached and we're constantly thinking of what you had once and you don't have now, what you had once before, but then you lost it, what you want, where you want to live, or what relationship you want, or what job you want, or what health state of being you want, it keeps it at a timeline that is not in alignment to who you are, because everything is accessed in the moment, Spirit is saying. So if you're always thinking of the timeline where you don't have what you want or desire or wish for, it keeps it away from you. It keeps you out of the now, is what Spirit is saying. Everything, especially now, as we have ascended to this specific moment in time, timeline, frequency, we are so powerful. We cannot get away with not being in the moment anymore. We can't get away with it, because that is where our power is. That is where our strength is. That is where everything is available to us now. And what we can say is, well, I don't have it. I'm all powerful. I'm focused on the now, and I still feel like I don't have what's in my heart. I don't have that desire right within me. But it is there. It is there, Spirit is saying. And what you have to do is what is available in your now. That's how you actually generate and attract and magnetize that which you are wanting. So it's about honoring yourself, giving to your physical, mind, body, and spirit, but your physical experience as much as you can in the now. So, tiny example. It was pretty nippy out. My heel was bugging me a little bit. I went running for a couple days. I kind of normally would like to go for a run on a nice crisp day, but I'm like, I can't really have that. So I kind of go with the flow. And so I did what I could in the moment. I went to the gym. I'm like, maybe I'll hop in the tanning for 9 minutes or whatever, and I'll get a little bit of a lift, a little bit of cardio all in one. So what I did and what I do a lot more and more as I raise in frequency, I realize the importance of the now, and that's all we have. And if we're nurturing and tuning into and utilizing everything available to us in the now, then whatever it is that we do want or resonate with, we will shift to that reality where it is available. So I went to the gym, and that felt good. And that's actually when that message came to me. I did some stepping, and then I went on the elliptical. Not that you guys care about that, but it got my energy moving, my body moving. I felt good, and I had that awareness. And I was thinking, well, I really wish I was friends with this person still. I wish that person was still in my life. Or, boy, I really wish that. Because I do have these ideas that I think of when I am also exercising, of things that I would like to attract. And what Spirit said to me is, do what you can now. Take yourself, the physical you, and fulfill it as completely as you can in the now. In a healthy way. That doesn't mean through an attachment or an addiction or whatever. What can you authentically give to yourself now? And who am I to judge what any of those things are? Only you guys know. Only you guys know. Because maybe, a little escapism is exactly what you need in the now. Only you guys know. But what can you do to give to yourself in the now, in spite of not having whatever it is you think you need or want? You guys can still hear me okay, right? Hey, Rhonda, good to see you. Thank you for all your love and light, guys. Just hoping that the water pump is okay. Okay, I must have missed something, Leona. Water has been frozen for 3 days and is still, oh my Lord have mercy. You were like super cold. I know, Leona. That was your first deck. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a new one for me. Merry Christmas, Carol. Spent Christmas by myself waiting for fools and pipes to thaw out. Hopefully none of are cracked or busted. God almighty. Sending Leona gentle thawing, no cracking, warm level of temperature so those pipes can thaw out. My God, I can't even imagine. So in those moments, do what just focus and raise your frequency in the moment. Like, that's a really tricky situation. We need the pipes, we need the water, we need all of that. But in those moments, Spirit is saying, is just take that breath in and just breathe into your heart space and tell yourself, because deep down you already know everything's going to be okay. And whatever you can in that moment to take yourself out of panic or out of anxiety is what is being called of. And a lot of times our anxiety, even though that's a real life situation for you, Leon, in the moment, but in general, when we're thinking and craving for those things that we want, whether it be health or whether it be for somebody to feel better or a loved one, we can create anxiety within ourselves because we are projecting into a timeline or creating a timeline of something that is not in our present awareness. So yes, it's true. You could have a loved one that isn't feeling well and is sick in the present moment. But when we bring forth the worry, what if this or what if that, that can create anxiety, and that takes us out of our power moment, the present moment of the now is what Spirit is saying, whatever it is. Can be even something simple. You went shopping, you wanted to get that coat you wanted and it's gone and there's no more available. So what can you do? You can go to another store, or you can think of yourself saying, it's okay. Thank you for this experience. There's something better for me. And I know that is all back to basic messages, but they're just really wanting to emphasize, give to yourself in the now all that you can to feel good, to honor your physical experience, to honor your state of being, to honor your mental, to honor your emotional state of being. All right. Let's see here. Can't see. Hey, Mary, good to see you. Everyone, happy. All right, guys. So there's only a few of you guys on. So I think I will do a collective message with my new deck. Oh my God, 24 days, Kimmy. I can't even imagine. All right, let me see here. I'm just going to post a comment. If anyone feels like doing a love donation, I'll stick up my PayPal. If anyone wants a thorough personal. If anyone wants a thorough personal, I'll put up my donation link. Oops. I did it wrong. Hold on here. And Chantel is going to join me with a card too. Hold on here.
Why are you doing that?
Chantel, hold on here. I'll introduce you.
No, I'm not going on screen.
Okay, you don't have to go on screen. Do you want to just say hi, Chantel?
Is she okay after she eats by herself for a minute?
Yep.
I just fed her, but
Okay.
is she okay not going out right off? She's mad because I left because I just fed her.
Okay.
She's not done eating either.
Well, you can let her out. It's a new puppy. We have a new little baby, Saint Bernard. And well, she's not too little. She's second time here, Angelita Domingos. Thank you. Thank you for being here again, Angelita. All right, so I am going to do a collective reading, and today's message was about can't have what you, how did I label that? Can't have what you want. So Spirit is really emphasizing if you can't have what you want, it takes you out of the power of the now, the moment of the now, where we have so much available to nurture ourselves, whether it be to sit, watch some TV, have a cup of coffee, watch your favorite show, watch a YouTube video, go for a walk, meditate, take a nice soothing spa bath in your home, listen to some music, do your nails, eat something yummy, reorganize a room to make it fit a nicer feeling for you. There's so much available to us now that we can focus on, and even if it is not remotely connected to what we want or feel we're lacking, it's still connected. It's connected through the high frequency of the heart, guys. Just like all of our hearts are always communicating, even when we don't speak. We don't have to say anything. The unifying energy is love. Love is energy. It is love and light, and that is the connecting force of everything. And the higher frequency love that we give to ourselves, the higher the quicker things will manifest before us and match that frequency. So if we're focused on what we don't want, don't have, what you lost, and all of that kind of stuff, even though we do go through grieving moments, that is honoring yourself in your process. But if you're constantly focused on an attachment outside of you that you don't have in your present moment, you're giving away your power. And that's more of an attachment. So Spirit is saying, give to yourself fully in the now. And then that will attract the very thing that you want. And you might even feel, realize the thing you thought you wanted, you don't even want, as you become more fulfilled in the moment of the now. All right. So I will pull what are these called again? My daughter Chantel got me these for Christmas. Wisdom of the House of Night. And who was saying, someone said that was their first deck. I can't remember who said that. But very cool. I didn't go through and read all the book. I tend to read oracles and cards and messages intuitively, but I will refer to the page of the card as well. So, all right, collectively, Spirit, what do you got to say about the situation? Shoo. All right. Everywhere. Got two cards here. All right. Two are facing up, so I will go with those. We have for a collective reading, and let it resonate as it does for you as an individual. Don't claim the whole message if it doesn't feel right, but you might hear a word, or you might hear something that Spirit is speaking through my message, even though the entirety of the message might not make sense to you, but whatever like feels excitable, or you feel an aha, or you feel your heart opening, then that is specifically for you. 41. So to me, automatic, that is change. What I love about this house is, it reminds me of Christmas, even like when it's dark out, except for all the light is within. And we got it in the background though. Usually at night, I love going and driving around and seeing all the beautiful Christmas lights, or the trees in the windows, or the lights outside, but as well as the lights you can see hanging inside the windows, or the candles. To me, this house represents us. And all of the lights are on, guys, in the darkness in the house. And even though like the outside might not appear, this is going perfectly with the message that was just delivered. Even though we might not see the reality that we want before us, or even like mundane physical fulfillment on the outside, it is all there within us, guys. So, oh, you guys want to say, all right. Say hi to Liana. This is Liana, guys. All right, Chantal, did you take her pee?
I just did not just got my water.
All right, so just put her in her little area, Bob's room.
So please not just bring water again.
Just go put her in her area and shut the door. This is just showing us that connection, that the light is on, that light is ready. And when we go within and tune into our present now, and when we give ourselves the fulfillment of what we can in the moment, what we want is just over the horizon, actually. This looks like a nice sunset, or the pink sky. It's there. Everything we want is outside of us, but we have to match that frequency within first. Everything that we want, and everything is available for us through our connection to our own light. So when things don't appear bright or the way we want them outside of us, because the outside of the house looks black, it looks just kind of bland, you don't see any detail, but you see this light. So it's about connecting to that light for the change you want. The card is number 41. 4 + 1 = 5. That equals the change. That equals the shifts in timelines, frequency, resonance. So as we connect to our heart in the now, and take advantage of everything that we can now. So even in the moment when we can't have what we want on the outside and everything looks a little bleak and bland, we can go within and say, what can I do for myself now? Listen to your guidance within. How can I fulfill a need in the now? And through that, you will connect to the energies that do want to become visible for you in your life. What does it actually say? Belong in, house of night. All right, I'm just going to read that. Hold on, guys. Let's just see what else the message has to say. I think there's a little bit of a message, underlying message, saying a lot of times we don't feel like we're belonging, or we want that sense of belonging to be affirmed outside. And if we don't have when we don't have what we think we want, whether it's a relationship, a job, state of being, when we have that and we get that affirmation from the outside, it gives us a greater sense of belonging, like we're part of the world. God does hear our requests. God, quote unquote, I am good enough to receive what I want in the physical world. So whenever, oh my God, this is a deeper message for sure. Whatever it is that you feel that you don't have in your life that you want, the root cause of it is a sense of belonging. We have to, in belonging, and if we're feeling that sense of not belonging, that comes from a deep sense of unworthiness. And the unworthiness within us is really an illusion. The illusion is based in a separation, thinking we're separate from God. But when you look at this house, every single window is lit up. So when we go within ourselves, we have everything we need. We are not separate, whether we walk into the bathroom, into the bedroom, into the living room, into New York State, into Colorado State, into a pharmacy job, into a hairstyling job, into a spiritual job. All of those things, doesn't matter what room we're in. We always have our light. We are never separate from our God source energy, because we are God's source energy. And so when we look at the outside and don't see what we want, it really challenges our sense of belonging and worthiness, is what I'm feeling. So it goes deeper. My dear one, I know you have been searching your whole life for a sense of belonging, a feeling of home and acceptance. It says, come and enter the house of the night. For when you choose this symbol, you have joined us in this community of beauty, friendship, and secrets only shared and known among my chosen ones. You are chosen to belong. This symbol also tells you that you are in the right place now. You are home. Be at home inside yourself. Learn to be comfortable in your own skin. When you choose this symbol, I know that I, Nyx, goddess of night, have chosen you. So the night, that which is hidden before us in our needs, in our wants, in our desires, is very intricately connected to a deep sense of belonging. We're us wanting to belong. Like you guys all know, and I'm sure none of you guys are really like this now, but um, what's it called? Keeping Up with the Joneses. Like in the olden days, people having that competition outside their house, or even in Christmas shows, like even the Grinch, like having that competition of what house is the brightest, or that competition, and wanting to be part of the outside and feel a sense of belonging. Well, I belong to this group, or I belong to what the collective is transpiring right now, whatever it is. So whenever we feel our needs or our wants aren't being met, it's really to do with we really have this deeper sense of wanting to belong. But the belonging is an illusion created by separation, the non-belonging, I mean. And we can connect to that light within. It's always there and it's always available, even if we feel we don't belong on the outside. Just like the island, I go to the story a lot, the island of misfit toys on the island. They all feel different. They don't feel they belong in all of the other toys, the regular guns that shoot water, or the dolls that laugh instead of cry, or, what is it? The elephant with spots. That elephant might not feel it belongs with the rest of the tribe, but it's actually all of those differences that make it special. And then when Santa comes pick it up, they're matched. They are matched. Each toy is going to be matched with the child that loves it. But they have to accept themselves first and really honor who they are, and then we're matched outside of us with whatever thing we desire that fits us and complements us perfectly. So it is about honoring thyself, honoring your temple. Do what you can do to give to yourself now. Find your own sense of belonging in your aloneness. Like Leona, I'm sure she's very comfortable with that, because she's alone and spending Christmas, and she's had to find that sense of strength and able to count on herself to get her through this. Not that she is ever alone, because we're all here also with you, Leona. All right, and the other card that popped out with that one was number 31, which is a 4, which is your foundation. So once you find your sense of belonging within, when you find your home within, which is the light and the love that you are, then that will be your foundation, the 31 meaning of 4. So then you will create that foundation of everything you do and everything you ask for, everything in every moment that you do is going to have a new sense of belonging, because you've given to yourself and you've connected with your light, and will never find a belonging from the outside. I mean, it can trigger it and it can support us through things, but we really need to love thyself first. But the outside will trigger and point us within as well. So it's always this and that. But once you connect to that, then this is about a risk. Holy cow. Does she not look free and surrendered? She's wearing the white outfit, and it's all, to me, purity and innocence, totally trusting in her divinity. Her arms are wide open. She's not holding back at all. And then when you have that sense of belonging, that connection to self, and giving into the moment and giving to yourself, you dare to take risks. You trust. You have this great trust and surrender in the universe, and know that you will always be carried, that you will always be taken care of, because you do belong. You are home. And a lot of times people with the most anxiety are afraid of change. They're afraid to take chances. They feel insecure, because that comes from a projection a lot of times of the outside, or being sensitive to other people outside of them. So it's about really connecting and anchoring into your own light, and then that will create your own connection and shift you to the realities that are supporting that, and showing you that instantly on the outside. And then in that you gain greater trust, and then you're able to take risk, and then that is kind of trusting in every moment is your foundation for everything you do, but because you've connected within first. Risk. Let's just see. Maybe someone out there is wanting to take a risk. All right. Hey, Chantel, come join. I want you pull a fairy card, Chantel. I won't put you on the thing. What number was that? 31. She doesn't want to be seen. She's very, very, very shy, but she's very intuitive and very psychic. So I thought it'd be fun if she pulled some cards. It says, my child, you have come to a place where you are being asked to take a risk and try something new and different. And that's another thing. Sometimes we don't have what we want because we're not supposed to, and we're supposed to try something new. We're supposed to take a risk. We're supposed to go down a different path that is actually more fulfilling and rewarding, because maybe you thought you wanted to live in this state, in this house, in that environment, and you keep getting cut off. That's the universe's gift of saying, hey, be open to taking a risk and a chance and going down a path that you've never gone before. Shut up, you pick.
Which one do you want?
Do the one you feel. That one. So very beautiful. So rather than worry about how things will turn out, why not take the leap of faith? No matter what happens, something important will be experienced. This is a sign that you can prove something to yourself, and when you accomplish it, you will be proud that you did. Another meaning here is to ask yourself about your next action. Is it worth the risk you are taking? If the answer is no, don't do it. If yes, I will give you wings to fly, and I will catch you if you fall. This symbol also brings a gentle warning. Your risk shouldn't be motivated by boredom. This is a symbol of consequences as well as courage. So obviously when you go within, you're going to be guided, but there's always a risk according to the human limited thinking. So to me, maybe someone out there is thinking of taking a different path. And that's also part of, if you don't have what you want, what can you do in the moment to bring yourself fulfillment and joy from a heart, heart's guidance, heartfelt, yes, I want to do this. But it might require you to step out of your box, step out of the norm, and take a risk. But when you act from that heart space and in the guidance, and you're operating in the now and balancing the heart with there's also a little bit of a message, balancing the heart with the mind as well. Then you can dare to take that risk, and that becomes your everyday way of life. Trusting in the moment, trusting in the moment, trusting in the moment. Oh, this appears and your heart's a little excited to do it. Trust it in the moment, trusting in the moment. Hey, Lauren, I am being faced into a risk. Well, you hopped on just in stinking time, Lauren. Lauren Riley, if you guys haven't watched her I think the live, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. What was it? Arrogant importance, or what was it? Arrogant. Anyways, it was a good message. I really related to that. Basically, what she was saying is, if she said she was arrogant about the confidence in her health, she's always healthy, she's never sick, she's going to live to 95, and taking that and applying that in a realm where you might be lacking. And that is such a beautiful concept. I love that. So like, if I'm really healthy, but I don't really feel confident in another way, it's like energetically sending your energy in that area that you want to enhance, that you want to be stronger in. So I thought that was a really positive arrogance. Yeah, that's what it was. I loved it. Positive arrogance. And arrogant, I don't know. I don't even know if it's arrogant. It's just being like super confident and it's just the way it is. I'm healthy and that's just the way it is. Might seem arrogant from some people's perception, but it's just having confidence, and it's owning that gift that you have, but then applying where that cup is running over to other areas, even just visually or mentally. Okay, I've got all this this cup in my health, but I'm not necessarily reaping the financial rewards I want. So then just taking that cup and applying it there and just sharing that energy there, and just imagining or visualizing or feeling into, oh yeah, that feels good too. And then being, more dispersed. It's no different than, it's all light and it's all love. And it's no different than when I say the sun's ray doesn't shine through just one little dirt road in Kennebunkport, Maine. No, the sun's rays, so we got these suns that all these different rays, it shines on many paths, that light and love. It's distributed. So to me, it's about distributing all that power and energy and light you have into something you already believe in, but dispersing it and sharing it into those areas that you're not so positively arrogant about. So I like that. That was I loved it. I love that message. I've been spoiled rotten the last 3 years, and now I'm being forced to be a regular human being. Says who? Says who? I don't ever want to be a regular human being. Okay. But yes, I get it. I get what you're saying. There's some things in life that you want, that you feel that you've got to, we do agree collectively to have certain experiences as a regular human that we participate in for our soul's expansion, for our spiritual enhancement even. So it's not this or that. It's always this and that. It's never about separation. It's about integration. Did you pull a card, Chantel? You want me to do it? All right. So Chantel has a collective. I'm not going to show you, Chantel. I'm going to just show the deck. Can you put it right here in front of the camera? She is pulling from the Fairy Oracle. She's very, very shy. And she's a fairy in herself. She really is tied to the fairy community, or community, elementals realm, fairy realm, that's the word. And so that little Liana, the Saint Bernard that she showed us, she is very close to Liana. She was a key component in finding the owners to where to buy her. And I tell Chantel that she's her fairy godmother. So Chantel is literally Liana, the dog's fairy godmother. And does that not make sense? The animal kingdom, the fairies, the natural world, how intricately connected they are. So she actually picked the name Liana as well. So we went with the name Liana. We wish you a Fairy Christmas. We wish you a Fairy Christmas. She's laughing. All right. So the other collective message is Barnabas and the Prince. Adventures, discovery, travel, meaning destiny. So to me, this card here, adventures, traveling, doing something different is very closely related to this one. Taking that chance, taking that leap of faith, but not in a stupid, irrational way per se. First, being connected to your light within. You house the light. You create all the different rooms. You take your light to every adventure, every discovery, every road you travel. You take that light. Just as you walk from the kitchen to the bathroom to the dining room to wherever, to outdoors, that light follows you everywhere. It's in every room. And taking that chance. So I like this. Adventures, discovery, travel, and meeting destiny. 11. So this, I know you, Lauren, are in 11 in numerology, correct? Well, this could be a personal message for you. Taking the chance. Adventures, discovery, travel, and meeting destiny. Now, this little prince is on a frog. Frogs represent that emotional state, the water, deep emotional states of being. They're water animals. He looks a little bit bored, not bored, but contemplative, not overly excited. Like he's pondering and reflecting his journey. Like he does seem a little bored, actually. He does seem a little frustrated. He seems a little bit sick of the monotony of life. And he's just kind of contemplating that adventure. Even the frog has that little bit of a look on his face. But he's not overly excited. His arms aren't up and saying, yo, go forward. The wings even look a little relaxed behind his back. They're ready to take flight, but he's kind of contemplating. So I think this card is just urging you, as you hold this space of contemplation or sit in the space of the unknowing, you will be given the guidance. And it's just like this card is just like saying, yes, leap, do it, go for it. Chantel, do you have the actual card? Okay. So the 11, the gates are open. Oh, what's that song? It's like an old techno dance song. The gates are open. I don't know what it is. But anyways, the 11 to me represents a gateway you're going through and entering. So individually, and all of you guys watching now or later collectively. And they're lined up. It's balance. It's like the masculine, the feminine, that they're lined up. Your energy, the positive, the negative, the polarities are unifying to create an opening, a gateway for you to walk through. So don't let your anxiety or projections in the future, or even all of the things you didn't get that you wanted, to interfere. Because this goes back to the beginning message about doing what you can in the now in spite of not receiving what you think you want. Because your higher self knows better. There's a greater light guiding you. And it goes beyond what maybe your old ideas of what you wanted were. So it's about taking a chance. And this is so appropriate as we go through a timeline where we're literally entering a new marker year. So cool. Number 11. Hold on here.
I don't know how that works. Not like that.
Yeah, I think it goes by the number, Chantel. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a good card, Chantel. Thank you. The journey, explorer, seeker, and wanderer and hero. For your dreams to come true, you must take action and get out of your comfort zone. Then you will be at the right place at the right time. Exactly. Just exactly. Goes perfectly with the, what's these called again? Wisdom House of Night, that card. So a lot of us are really being called to take a chance, to trust, to surrender. But it's an alignment to the heart. It might not make complete sense to the mind, but the mind is almost like, it's kind of like this, like, yeah, I know you're probably right, but it's like holding you back a little. The mind has elevated and ascended as well as the rest of you. So the mind is actually more open to taking new chances and opportunities, but it might still kind of like say, oh, I'm not sure, but that's okay. Because you're so connected and the flow to your higher self is so strong that you will not be held back by limiting old thoughts of the mind. In this strong and powerful card of seeking out your soulmate, the prince is actively in search of his true love. He knows she will not be missing. This is really good. And so this is relating to a relationship. So for some of you guys, this actually, hey, James, why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. That's good. That's so funny. Okay. Now you guys are, so in this, some of you might actually be contemplating a relationship or searching for a relationship, but your true love, our true love is our love of connection to our divinity within, because that is where everything else stems anyways. But it could also be reflected through a career, through a job, through a home, all of it. But yes, but it's saying here, searching for your true love. He knows she will not be a missing part of him. He does not seek to find another just like him, only in female form. He will know through, though, when he finds his true love, because the frog will sing his song when she is reached. You see, in the lore of the frog, their voice heralds a downpour. It's funny, you just mentioned voice too, Lauren. Oh, or volume. Well, no, you didn't say voice. You said music volume. You see okay. The refreshing rain quenching the thirst of the dry earth. For Barnabas, a seeker and prince on a quest, his dream is about to be realized. So when you receive this card in your reading, you know that your quest and your search is going to create new opportunities, and there will be a successful, quote unquote, end. You will find what you seek and so much more. Listen to the songs of the natural world. When you hear it, it is when you know that your wish will be granted. You need to quest, to seek your search as a journey, an adventure, and even to travel and go where you are being guided to bring the realization of a dream. The way to find love, adventure, gifts, and mystery is to be brave and go finally on that quest. I love that. I love this card. And that's kind of what he looks like. He's just like, earlier I thought kind of bored, but what he is it's like when you know in your heart what you're supposed to be living, or dreams that you have but haven't received them yet. That's his kind of face. And what it's saying is your dreams are about to be realized, but like the beginning messages, can't have what you want, because if you can't have or don't have what you want, also it's also to do with there's something better for you calling you. But if you're so attached to that other thing, it takes you out of the moment and the power and the realization of now, the connection to your light within. All right. Very beautiful. Here, Chantel. Thank you. All right. So that's the collective reading. So to me, it is about centering and coming to the moment so that you can connect to your own light. That card also, to me, makes reference to knowing that nothing is separate. He realized that she wasn't separate from him. So nothing is separate from us. All comes from within us. It's just we got to connect to our own within us before we can realize the manifestation outside of us. Oh my God, something weird. Everything you want, represented by all the different windows in the house, represents a room. And like, is it Jesus that said, or he said that there's many rooms to my Father's house. So there's many paths, many adventures, many joys, many unlimited joys and adventures and new beginnings. And all of them when you listen to your guidance and you follow that, they're all going to bring fulfillment. They're all fulfilling. All right, but we have to be open to receiving it and not be attached to something outside of us, and keep focusing on, I want this, I wish I had that, I wish I was there, I wish, that kind of stuff. And I know it's a back to basic message and something we already know, but sometimes we do that and don't realize we're doing it. How can you give to yourself now? All right. Glasses. Well, hello, Deborah Raybuck Sharp. Take it from me. Do not listen to the mind, listen to the higher power of your creator. Thank you for that. I'm going to stick that up there. Listen to both. Choose what to follow. We all have free will, so we are not blind sheep. And we're all awakened enough. Like when you're really, really like me, I know when I was really first on a spiritual path, like years and years ago, I would have been all heart. And time has taught me, experiences have taught me to balance. So in that fairy card on the 11, where the prince is on the frog, that was an 11. That is showing to me and symbolizing what James just said, balancing the mind with the heart. And we have done that, guys. So I don't feel that we are swinging one way or the other. It's just remembering us, reminding us that we are balanced now. The mind is working in equilibrium with the heart, but we need to be mindful. What the message to me kind of was is not to project and focus on the things that you still don't want, because then that takes you out of balance of the now, because everything is available now. But the 11 represents that unification of the mind and the heart, the higher mind. So I know what Deborah is probably saying is when she says, don't listen to the mind, listen to the power of your higher calling. She's talking about just the mind, just the logic, just what we were taught, just the paradigms of the past, just oh, I need to get a good job with good insurance plan and a retirement. That's all head talk, guys. That's not the heart. So that's swinging way to one end of the pendulum. But we got to find that middle, the middle road. Like Buddha says, the middle. Take the middle path. And the middle path is the two, bringing them together. We're not given a mind for no freaking ass reason. And if we live just from the heart, we wouldn't be in human form, right? We came to unify both, the physical and the spiritual. All right. We go both ways. We are all by. Yes. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, guys. My Uranus mind is too dangerous. All right. Hey, Susan DeBose, thank you for joining. 11-2 path, yes, pure energy. I know. Why be shy? Energy sees all. All right, so all right, guys. So if you shared out and want a quickie, let me know. And if you guys want a more thorough reading, I did put my PayPal up. I'll stick it up there. If you want a more thorough reading, where is it? Hold on, let me find myself here. But yeah, great messages, guys. So to me, it's like stepping into the new year is going to challenge us to be uncomfortable as we balance and the mind with the heart, take that moment of reflection. But to me, he wasn't just reflecting. He was sitting in his trust. He was anchored in his now, that prince on the frog. And he had a confidence and he knew, but he was just listening to that timing, when to move or when to move forward, or he's waiting for the divinity to, his guidance within to make a move. But even when you know that God is speaking or your higher self is speaking to you, you still can be nervous as a human. But that's part of the growth. That's part of the expansion. That's part of every time that you trust in your God voice, it does make you stronger and more courageous and more powerful because you are embodying more and more light, the light that you are. All right. If you shared out, want a quickie, let me know. If you guys made a donation, let me know. Card, please. Yes, Deborah. I'm going to give you one from my new deck. Like I said, I just got this for Christmas and I'm sharing it with you guys day after. Wisdom of the House of Night, of the Night. These are kind of deep so far that I've read. There's a little more. I like them. Let's just see what comes forth. Deborah, shoot. Oh, okay. Okay. Is it okay if I just do Deborah? Pull her a quickie real quick, Miranda. Thank you. Thank you so much. I already had her in my energy field, so then I see that you've donated. Thank you so much, Miranda, and you will get one in a second. The moon. So what stands out is this black cat. To me, it's almost like I feel that Deborah, you have made your own definition. So you know, in the past, if a black cat crosses your path, it's bad luck. It's almost like you don't believe that anymore. It's almost like that's silly. That's just dumb. So you, to me, is about you taking control and responsibility and empowering yourself with your own definition and labels as well. The moon is illuminated. So to me, you have overcome and transmuted a lot of fears, a lot of subconscious, a lot of unconscious energies that have been weighting you, restricting you in the past. What 5 change, and because of that, change is coming. The 50, we got a 50 here. In the 50, it's not just a regular 5, it has a 0. So the 0 to me represents that extra supercharged spiritual energy of the 0, the abundance of unlimited possibilities. The portal, to me, the 0, to me, portal of God is a way to add to it. It's a portal of God. It is taking the physical part of you and allowing the portal of God to empower you even more. So just like you said, not listening just to the mind, you are allowing the power of the heart to carry you with your mind. It is the it's like the wild, it's a not wild card. It's it's like the nitrous to a car. It's just, it empowers you. It exponentiates your heart or whatever it is you want, that energy or where you're going. In the pink, showing that unconditional love, the higher heart. All right, real quick, I'll just see what the because these are short readings. I just see what it says in the deck. So to me, you transmuting the darker energies and acknowledging that and allowing that which has restricted you based in fears, anxieties, all of that kind of stuff, as you've dealt with them, it brings the truth to light. You realize the illusion, the separateness of those fears that have been controlling you. And because you have transmuted them, you are creating a change. And this is related to that whole collective reading as well, Deborah. And it all makes sense with the whole timeline that we're entering into a new year, new beginnings, new year. And I've been doing a lot of talk about the cocoon being suspended for a while before it opens up and it is free. The moon, this is a sign that you must trust your gut. Your instincts and intuition will lead you through the darkness. When you choose the symbol of the moon as your guide, you know that it is necessary to look beyond the obvious and to know your truth of things. That's penetrating and permeating and dissipating the fear, the illusions, Deborah. Very powerful. Sometimes people will say one thing and you have a weird feeling that they mean something else altogether, just like the black cat crossing your path is bad luck. You see beyond that stupidity. You see beyond that. You're able to detect the truth within the darkness. You have this power. You are being asked to use it now. Very good. Very powerful. And also the cats being very magical, shape-shifting, mystical. So trusting in your spirituality, your mysticism, your gut, just like it said. Thank you, Deborah. All right. Yes, your creator does love all. Miranda. Any particular question, Miranda? And I think that those that are really tuned in to the divine feminine and really have opened up their heart, we are God's wild child. We are uninhibited. We might seem really crazy or free spirited or taking risks, just like that fool card there, jumping off the cliff. But you know what? That's what it's like to live in that divine feminine and allowing that intuition, allowing that inner guidance to guide you, because you are breaking free of fears and blockages and limitations that once have controlled us. And that makes sense why so many, like even the older countries of the East, where they try to keep that, they try to inhibit the feminine energy, the woman, keep her covered, keep her hidden, keep her submissive, because it is so powerful. And that's in, it's that balance. So for a male, if you're a male watching, it's allowing that part of you to come forth and balance, or allowing you to honor that in your counterpart as well. because the masculine usually is the energy of taking action. The masculine energy will ground us to the physical, takes action, but the woman is that intuitive. It's the feeling, it's the expression, it's all that creation. And that's why the woman has the womb, creates and holds the baby, and it grows within her. But then when the baby's born, then the masculine, typical masculine energy, whether you're male or female, tends to provide, create that safe space, creates that physical comfort area for the baby or child. All right. Nothing specific. All right, Spirit. What do we got for Miranda? Just Chantel, knock on your cards and we'll do a fairy oracle for Miranda as well.
I think she's starting to whimper. She hasn't gone poop yet.
Okay, it's okay, Chantel. We'll be
She
back.
ate, but I haven't taken her out since she ate.
All right.
You think she'll be okay or no?
For some reason, Miranda, I'm getting you in a vision of being kind of a young gypsy girl. Like, yeah, and I get all the affirmations down my body when I get all tingly and it becomes all alive. My inner guidance is telling me, yeah, this is true. You're a young gypsy girl. And they're just showing me you living on a timeline where you were a gypsy. And when I say gypsy, I mean that free-spirited, uninhibited, connected to the spiritual, creative, expressive part. Living outside the box, not wanting to conform, playful. They said you were very playful and dancing. You would play and dance. You were young, like teenager gypsy years, teenager, young. 17, they're saying. I'm just getting the number 17, where you're young, you're very open to the world. You believe, you have that. Oh, I feel it in my heart now, opening up. You believe that anything is possible, but you also drew on the mystical realm studies, like gems, the cards, the crystals, the colors. You gave meaning. You saw a deeper meaning and connection energetically with objects like crystals, like plants. So that timeline, Amanda or Miranda, where am I? That timeline, Miranda, is supporting you now. That free gypsy spirit, and other people could criticize you for being like that. They're saying something about a suitor. Maybe a suitor would question, or the suitor's friends around them might discourage them or question their interest in such a woman because of the freeness. It's like scary and challenging for the man's perception sometimes, because the man, and this is a timeline where it was like olden days, older ways of thinking, wanting that typical submissive woman, where you weren't like that. You were free, you were light. And they're showing me that you had a suitor. And that's not telling me if you guys ended up together or not, but you might be carrying some of those energies now, where that freeness, that gypsiness, that might still be playing out as you're balancing those energies. But anyways, that's supporting you now. I had to say that. That's very interesting. You're happy, and you're free. And I see this young suitor coming around to you. And they show me an image. He almost like bowed down on his knee and gave you a flower. Like he's trying to interact with you, and he's appreciating your beauty and liveliness. A soulmate connection. And maybe that soulmate connection you're going to have in this timeline, or do already. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That same suitor in that timeline is in this timeline, because now I want to cry. And that just shows the love bond. Whenever I want to cry, there's a deep, deep love bond. So I don't know if you're aware of this suitor, or I don't know if you're even married or any of that kind of stuff, but there was that same suitor, that same energetic connection in that time is also in this timeline as well. It was a nice match as a soulmate. In spite of his friends or parents or other people's opinions of you, he trusted in you, and he saw your beauty, and he connected to it. Like a soulmate. Soulmate, I don't know if it's a twin flame, but that kind of connection. They just showed me that. And maybe you know who I'm talking about. nothing specific. Oh, whoops, that's your. All right. So we got this, Chantel. All right, Miranda. She's fanning them out and wants me to pick one. Miranda's higher self. Which one? Gypsy girl wants this one. Yeah, you had the flowies. They're showing me purple, light purple in color, and maybe some like white stripes or white stuff mixed in with it. I think he had darkish hair. The man that was suitor, they're showing me him like an old time clothes, like kind of like that kind of suede, kind of leather kind of clothes, kind of like lighter brown hair. And he just bowed down and he handed you a flower. Oh, that's so beautiful. All right, so Miranda, what we got here, 17. And it's focus. Focus. The woman has showing me that you're very powerful. Where you put your focus, you really can intensify the light and manifest, because this arrow is being pulled back by this girl and her arrowhead is just a blaze. So that's just telling me that how powerful you are, and you've gained a lot of that power from that timeline. You knew how powerful and connected, and you probably do in this life as well, because it's actually merging, that's bleeding into this life as well. So just knowing how focused you are and where you place your energy, you really have a lot of power in manifesting it. So wherever you place your focus, whatever your desire is, know that you have that power behind the pull to achieve that. But you're connected to that. You're connected to the magic. You're connected. You're a master manifester, they're saying, and you might have more power than you're aware of. She's serious. I mean, she's focused. All right, it's focused. So you're probably being called to focus on something, a desire, or there's something in your immediate reality that you can cultivate. Because remember, the beginning message of the collective today was, if you don't have what you want, cultivate and use what is available to you now. So there's something in your present moment, in your reality, that you're able to focus and put energy into. Like for me, I could have these cards hanging out all the time, but not use my own free will to actually do a reading, even though I'm being called. I could get distracted by cleaning the house, vacuuming, cooking, any of that kind of stuff. So it's saying to me, there could be the temptations of being distracted and procrastinated when you really have something right before you that you can put your energy, and it's expressive and it's creative, and it's something that will help you in the now. 17. So 8 is abundant. So it's telling me that too. There's a lot in your immediate surroundings that you can use for abundance. And abundance doesn't mean just money. It means having that energy, having that availability, having even our connection. All of you guys are master light blasters and masters in some way, shape, or form. You guys are open heart space connectors. That's abundance. Just being on an ascension journey and living in that awareness and consciousness, that's abundant, because that's where our power lies. So you're being called to utilize or use some things in your surrounding, use your focus and release the distractions. My child, when you draw this symbol, this is your meaning, Miranda. It is a wonderful sign that with focus, you will achieve what you want. That's awesome, because it's the opposite of what my thing was saying earlier. If you don't have what you want, if I give you an arrow and a bow to use, how will you shoot and hit your mark? This is a reminder that you must let go of all the distractions. Just what I said. I've never pulled this card or read this before, read this specific one, and I just got this deck for Christmas. This is a reminder to let go of the distractions and have the courage to give it your all. Your arrow will be drawn to whatever you focus on, so keep your eye on the target. However, remember that you can't control every outcome, just as the wind can influence the path of your arrow. There are many factors determining the course of your plan. To achieve anything, you must focus, take aim, and let go. And that's key, because a lot of times we know what we want, but we still kind of sometimes can remain attached to the experience or the journey of it, wanting to maintain the details, have control over the details, know the outcome. But Spirit is reminding you that that does not matter. Just use your focus, channeling your energy to the goal that you want, and let go, because that energy never dies. It is never wasted. So even if that arrow is shot, but the wind takes it to another course, takes it on another course, but it hits something else, that's because that was meant to be. That was meant to be. It was meant to shoot that arrow as that wind was coming up that you might not be aware of, and the arrow hit a different target. But see, what mattered is she took the shot. She took her energy and channeled it to a desire to shoot at whatever, a deer or a target or whatever it was. So beautiful. You're not going to go wrong. And then you got the Grail Fairy, fertility, the return of life, health, and life cycles. So that's a 7, and that is connecting to your divinity. I just wanted to mention this because this was a 17 as well. 1 represents your independent, your free will, your singularity, you being sovereign within yourself, connecting to your divinity. You are one with your spiritual energy, your divine frequency, your heart's open, you hear the guidance. Now this is a 25. So to me, this is almost like unifying with another, with the two, teamwork to create this change. 5. So 27 again, but what it yields is another 7, bringing together 2, coming together. Oh my God. And that's right. I forgot about the initial vision I had of you. 2 coming together to create a greater unity in spirit, with spirit. So it's like really like someone who has their own spiritual path comes together with another person on their spiritual path of being aware, awakened, conscious, and they come together, and that creates just explosion almost of all of this beautiful, powerful spiritual energy. Yeah. So this is beautiful. Looks like sort of like a fairy gypsy. She's got a cup. She's got some like almost like a little bit of spell work. Looks like she's doing. That's so beautiful. So let's read what the card actually says. Miranda, 25. This is beautiful. All right. So real quick, the Grail Fairy. You have felt as though your life has not been flowing and a sense of being stuck has pervaded your days. No longer, sweet one, for you see this beautiful fairy is bathing in a pool of the moon. Okay, make sure I'm on the right one. Oh, yeah. So she is in the pool under the moon. See the water behind her? And holding up her magical chalice of life to collect the enchanted waters, which will soon be raining on you, blessing you with their cleansing and powerful healing properties. With this water, she will bless not only you with the unfurling of dreams and wishes, but she will also bless the women who wish to bring forth their babes and crops, so they will drive their way through the earth to the light. She will sprinkle them on what seems to be dead and dry and beyond life, a renew of the dormant life force within. She knows that she does this. She honors the turning of the wheel of life and the cycles through which we all move. Maiden, mother, and crone are all sacred and all have their time. But when you see this fairy, we know that we are still in time when our waters will flow and our cycles will renew again. The chalice will preserve the store of life-giving waters, but to those who she blesses with this will bring forth creative ideas, babies, artworks, dreams. And I think I also did another reading too. I didn't know if you wanted children or babies, but they're definitely that seems to be a theme that I have also channeled with you before about babies giving life, creation, and babies just can be, renewal and that newness. Artworks, dreams, loving partnerships, and be cleansed and renewed. A mothering energy of this beautiful fairy is echoed in the shape of the moon. She is waxing in the sign of a mother and is able to receive, grow, and allow love and fertility. So it's about bringing forth a nurturing life, bringing forth babies, feminine energy, moon cycles. Yeah, so I'm just feeling definitely something renewed within your life, maybe even something that you thought was stagnant and stale, and it's just got this new life coming. It's being watered. It's like it's being plumped up with this life and giving energy, whatever that is for you, whether it's just a renewed sense of hope within your own individual self, or whether it's to do with a creation outside of you or a coming together. There's just this renewed sense of life, and it's based in very deep spiritual energy. Hey, Tina, Merry Christmas. Oh, we watched the Seventh Heaven Christmas. Yeah, that is really beautiful, Miranda. Very beautiful reading. Thank you, Susan, for sharing out. Oh, man, did I need this message? Oh, that makes me so happy, Miranda. So, yeah, just this new life. And you could have felt stale and stuck and dried out. Like, I was just woke up this morning thinking, geez, I'm crow. I'm really not like, I just had, you know how we have those moments like, boy, nothing is really exciting me right now. I don't feel passionate towards anything. Then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, when you nurture yourself or give to yourself or do something that makes you happy, then all of a sudden it kind of opens you up to a deeper well. And there's this renewed sense of wonder and beauty and love and just energy. And you want to create. And then after I let that moment pass and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to make a stone frame, take all my little stone hearts and glue them. And I had all these ideas I wanted to do today. I wanted to do a live. And so you're going to feel a renewed sense of hope and passion and just life. But focus, they said, focus. Don't get distracted by the have tos or the things you really don't want to, but to really focus on where your heart is guiding you. All right. Thank you, Suzanne. Or not Suzanne, Miranda. I just saw Suzanne. So thank you, Rhonda. Okay, so I'll do a few Sherry outers. If you guys make a donation, you'll be prioritized and get a personal reading. Otherwise, I'll do a few quick Sherries. Where's my cards? All right. Let's see. So we are on Susan. I saw Suzanne first, and I said her after I saw Miranda. So I will do her. Wealth is not fool's gold. All right, Suzanne. What does Suzanne need to hear? Oath. Wow. This is interesting. 9, 13, 13, transformation. So you might be going through some great transformation and oath. His hands on his heart like this. It's like a tribe. Something's meaning something. You know, when you take an oath, you live by that. So I'm feeling for you in the past, you have taken an oath, and it might be something conscious of in this life that you've given your word, you've taken an oath, you stand by it. What they're showing me really strongly too in this card is when I watched, is it the Vikings? Caleb? Is Caleb there? Is Caleb there? Is it the Vikings that the Crow people with Jon Snow? And okay, that's okay. Anyways, Jon Snow and not the Vikings, King of Thrones. That's what it was. Forget it. Yeah, King of Thrones, not Vikings. The king, not King of Thrones. What the hell's it called, guys? Anyways, you guys know what I mean. With Jon Snow, and they took the oath, and they were the wall watchers, or they get on the wall and they'd be the watchers, and they would take an oath, and they couldn't take a mate or you know make love to a woman. They were just solely for being the watch, being part of the watch, and they were watching for what we would call zombies. But the what the hell are they called? White Walkers, White Walkers. White Walkers, I think, and they'd come out at night in the moon, and they were watching and keeping the wall and the place safe beyond the wall. But my point is, they took an oath, but that oath was still, it was something based outside of them that was required of them. So Suzanne, you might have taken an oath or said your word or made a promise in some way, shape, or form that you're not able to keep or feel you need to keep. Because Jon Snow fell in love with a woman, broke his oath, and but he was meant to have that experience. I don't know if any of this is making sense for you, Suzanne, but to do with the oath, to do with the tribe. And the tribe, even the markings on his body, the tattoos, the tribal marks can represent being part of a tribe, living by their rules, their requirements. So you might be in a predicament or find yourself or be being affected by a lifetime where you were like this and feeling like you're caught, like, I don't want to break my word. I told it, I said this, but life is always changing and expanding, and we're always shifting timelines. So when you do make an oath on that timeline, that's fine, and it was meant to be. But because we're all aware that we're always shifting into these different timelines and experiences, what was true once might not be true now, is what they're saying for you, Suzanne. And so that will require for you to go through your own inner transformation. Understanding and connecting to a deeper level of yourself, and you having to what's the word, make sense of the contradictions or energies you're feeling within. Come to an understanding with yourself Make peace with it. Make peace with what you thought you're supposed to do, but what you're really feeling. And that's causing an irritant, which is causing expansion, which always brings forth transformation. All right, I'm just going to have to see what it says real quick, because what the heck? What do I know? All right. I don't know. I'm just channeling what spirit brings forth. What did I say that was? 49? Yeah, that's kind of tied to obedience. It's funny. Obedience precedes that. And then we got 49 oath. My lovely child, you have chosen the symbol for oath. This is a symbol for all promises and is a reminder to keep the ones you have made. So you could be struggling with one that you have made. An oath is never made lightly or in jest. Promises are meant to be honored. When you choose this symbol, perhaps it's time to look at how you have made your promises. Have you crossed your fingers behind your back, relinquishing the magic that binds you to your oath? Has anyone broken his or her promise to you? Let the person go. Don't hold on if someone refuses to be honorable. You don't want this person in your life. For now, the most important promise you can make is to yourself. Promise to be kind, loving, honorable, and good. Do no harm. To belong to me, you must keep that promise. So yeah, if you made an oath, and sometimes you make an oath, and like they said, whether it's you or someone else, like they said that they're making reference to with their fingers crossed, sometimes we say things that aren't in total alignment to our heart, and then that itself can be also that transformation and growth experience. But also to be light on yourself or another if an oath is broken. And I'm feeling it goes more that way, because we are not the same person we were two seconds ago. We're not the same person we were 10 years ago. We're not the same frequency, and nor are they. So when you made the oaths, know that, yeah, you did make it, or they made it in the truth of the moment, the best that they could. But we are always changing, and nothing is ever set in stone. But you know how that resonates for you, and you can feel what is true for you. Sending so much love. Tino, we got to do a live sometime here. Chantel's pulling for me tonight behind the scenes. Hey, Gina. So, sister. You walked 6 miles this week. Congratulations. That's funny that I see James. Congratulations. Oh, love the Christmas cookies. Yeah, we usually do just, traditions are important to the kids. Mythos is like, when we go do our cookies for Santa, I make a lot of other cookies too, but those are like, we have to do those. Oops. All right. Whoops. Whoops. I accidentally hit that. All right. Snow melted. Yeah, it's frozen. It's actually supposed to be in the 50s next week here. I just don't even understand it. Okay. It does make sense. Okay, Suzanne. So yeah, let it resonate. Be gentle on yourself or another. But know that as far as oaths go, it matters that we are as integritous and authentic in every moment, but to also realize that we're also always changing. All right, anybody else? I thought I saw, if somebody else shared out and wants a card, or if you made a donation, I'll give you more thorough. James, do you want a card? Lauren, I know you said that you didn't share out, but that's okay. Because Lauren, I'll pull you one. Shoo, if you're still there. Say yay if you guys want one. If you guys want one for sharing out, let me know. Oh, Rhonda, I think does, right? I shared. Rhonda, you're up next. Unless I see Lauren, you let me know if you're still there. Rhonda, pray show. Pro show. How do you pronounce it? What does Rhonda need to hear? Pulling from my Christmas deck from Chantel. All right. Rhonda. What's the song? Help me, Rhonda, from the Beach Boys. Help me, Rhonda, help me. Yeah, that song's coming to my mind. The Beach Boys, Help Me, Rhonda. So I don't know. Maybe someone is needing your help, Rhonda. Maybe someone is still tied into your heart. Maybe someone's clinging to you, emotionally attached to you. Maybe you're just being called, a lot of people needing your help. Help me get you out of my heart. Yeah, that's the words, right? Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Help me get you out of my heart. So maybe someone is still holding on to your energy, appreciating you after the fact more so, loving you from afar. So maybe someone is still really holding you in their heart and they're having a hard time with that. Or maybe you have kids or friends or where you work needing you. I'm feeling you're being caught, you're being pulled a little bit. Whoops, let's get to Rhonda here. Yes, Beach Boys. All right, there we go. Thank you, Gina. Gina, if you want a card, let me know. Deceit, Neferet, number 38. She looks like a confident woman. She looks like she ain't taking any BS, okay? I don't know, maybe that person deceived you and you left them, you didn't forgive them, and now they can't get you out of their heart. Passion, a fiery night, passion. Maybe someone literally, you felt betrayed by them. Heart surgery, okay. Who had heart surgery? All right, let's look. I got to read the 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's a master number. So if you've gone through something that, I don't know. I don't know if you're feeling, if someone's having, I might need it. Okay. I don't know if you are feeling betrayed or maybe you might need heart surgery. Okay. I did feel that in my heart too when I was talking earlier, just feeling like an opening. Maybe you're saying, why me? Or maybe you're feeling forsaken. Maybe you're feeling let down. Questioning it, but the experience equals an 11. That's bringing you into a greater balance, understanding. Sometimes we go through really intense situations and experiences in life to teach us something or to open us up to something. Let me just read here on what it says. Because, yeah, the message I'm getting, but like I said, I received something, but it might click to you differently. So obviously, take it in the way that it resonates to you. That's weird though. Help me, Rhonda, help me, Rhonda, help you get you out of my heart. You might need heart surgery. But then it says deceit here. So I'm just trying to figure that. I thought, well, maybe that's literally someone betrayed you. Did someone ever betray you? Because sometimes when, I know this is going to sound crazy because heart surgery is something serious, but if we hold some sort of unforgiveness in our heart over time for a long, long time, it does affect our physicality, and it will show up in the areas that we weren't open, like our heart, someone needing heart surgery. And I'm not saying you did anything wrong, so please don't take this wrong. I'm just trying to give some perspective and just ask if that was the case. And some health situations aren't because of something that happened in this life. It's a soul contract that we chose to expand, to grow, to teach us something that we couldn't have otherwise gained that knowledge or wisdom from. Serious, as hard and serious as something is as much light and awareness and consciousness that we can gain to bring ourselves into our heart alignment. So this, you said you might, you're not even sure if you need it yet. I'm just going to read what it says. Maybe it's warning you don't need heart surgery. I don't know, because when it says here, when you choose the symbol of deceit, be very careful about your motives and making your choices. In the house of the night, there is one who has betrayed herself and all of those who looked up to her. I'm also warning you that someone may be stabbing you in the back. Oh God, this is all you need to hear, right? Don't take it as the words exactly. Things talk in symbolism and analogies and feelings sometimes. Sometimes it feels like, and it's funny as I'm talking to you, I literally do feel like a back pain in the right. This could be due or have progressed from a real deep sense of physical betrayal in your life, because I do feel it in my back. I feel something from the past. And if you hang on to unforgiveness or dense feelings for long, it prevents the flow of our own love, our own heart's energy. And you always have the power to change the timeline you want. So you said you might need heart surgery. I'm feeling that where you are now, Rhonda, you will have a very real sense and will in deciding if that is what you need. Usually heart issues and heart stuff literally has to do with the heart. And even though we can feel justified at closing our heart or not forgiving somebody for something, we really, really do shut down our own flow by not forgiving, by shutting ourselves down or passing judgment or criticism on another for in any way, shape, or form. And I know as humans that's like impossible not to do, but it's also why we came to have those experiences to teach us. So if you can just love yourself and love anybody that you might be holding unforgiveness for, and allow the love to permeate and expand and forgive, you can prevent that actually from happening. I'm not saying that's necessarily you. I'm just sharing what's coming through. So that's all I can do. Otherwise, it could be a contract that obviously you just decided to take on, and it's not due to inexperience in this life. All right. There will be a price to pay. Okay. Someone may be stabbing you in the back. So I do feel some pain in my back. Regardless of your circumstances of your questions, I warn you about deceit. There will be a price to pay for betrayal in all forms. Only you know how much it will cost. That said, through the energy of betrayal, though the energy of betrayal can be seductive, I am stronger, and you are forewarned. So no matter what the reasoning is, or when you feel betrayed and then you decide to close your heart or not forgive, and hold all that hatred or anger or unforgiveness in you, that's when you really do betray yourself. You're not even betraying the others. The other isn't betraying you. All of that is consequential in order to teach you the experience, through experience, self-love and unconditional love and the higher heart love. And we only betray ourselves when we hold judgment against another, even though it hurts. And I've done that. We all have. We've all been there, and we've all done that in some way, shape, or form. It's okay. I love you. Thank you. I want to pull one clarification, because this to me is like, I hate to end it on that note. That's just what I'm receiving, but only you know. Let me, I just gonna do one conscious spirit card on that, because this is a serious situation, and I don't want to come across like I'm saying you need to forgive someone, because that might not be the case at all. So I just want one clarifying card. Shoo. All right, let's put her up there just so we know. Light language. You want to do light language for her? Is that what you're saying, Suzanne? All right, this was the one sticking to my finger, so I'm going to go with that one. Just some clarification, man. I am grateful for the strength and courage Archangel Michael brings to my life. Archangel Michael. So call upon Archangel Michael. And that is not an energy separate from you. He is the protector. He holds the sword of truth and wisdom and love and love. Love is the higher wisdom. It's always about love. Love holds the power to cut, to sever, to heal, to protect. It's all about love. Love is the highest power, is what I'm feeling. So just whatever you're going through, try not to get in the head. Just center on the heart space and allow the love to flow. Know that love heals all. Know that love is the power, is the highest power. Is the highest power, is love and unconditional love. And call upon that energy. Just call upon Archangel Michael to protect you and to help you through this, is what I'm feeling. And that is a 7. And that's representing, it's 16, which is a 7. Connecting to that divinity within, connecting to that higher power. And let's just all, guys, take a second, Max, in the background, to send not just Rhonda love and light, but all of us that need it. Because again, the sun doesn't shine through just one path. It shines through all of us, through all paths, through all experiences, through all windows in the house. And just to illuminate the love and light, and to help Rhonda not need heart surgery, even though we trust if she needs it, it's the best for her. But just we can always all use a boost of love and light in our life. So if you guys do light language, or just send out your intents here and now, and I will too for Rhonda, and not just Rhonda, but it bleeds over to all of us. Okay, guys. Puriatia Kasiana, Tapahia Shuko, Ita Nasikirata, Parisikiro Shurira Takidata, Archangel Michael's coming through and he's saying he's cutting off anything that does not serve you now. It's like showing me this the what's it called? The sword is what pu sha ka ta he. It's just like in a big triangle, cutting off anything that does not serve the Trinity, the mind, the body, the spirit, working in that PowerPoint imbalance collectively. It's like that pyramid. Choo, choo, choo. He's just like taking the sword and going choo, choo, choo. All three lines of the triangle, but represented more in a pyramid to protect, to create that foundation, to cut off anything that is not serving you. Shaikuta taika pa turitasi karatushira tushuira. Now they're showing me hands within you, angels' hands pushing out the light through your heart, like this tushida, tushida. Just it's coming out. They're clearing that energy. Tupai kurita sira turikari pashira, and it's going out your back as well. Tahiko atisita. Now he's balancing it through the heart, through the throat chakra, through the third eye, through the crown chakra. It's all just just grounded the light down into Mother Earth, down through the bottoms of your feet and your spine, into your physical experience, to clear, to cut, to protect you in any way, shape, or form that is cutting off the energies and empowering you. Saikata ikura tahita sita anapa hirakokoshita tasirata ahika. He says, don't worry, all is well. Do not worry, all is well. They're saying, do not worry, all is well. And I feel my heart just like opening up. Let the tender voice of the mother come through you. They're saying the divine feminine. Let the tender voice of the mother come through you. Let yourself be cradled in the arms of the Holy Mother. They're saying, Pahiku utita sikara, shairati irita, shakahihita. You are you are her baby, they're saying. You are her baby. Pahitita sikana, tarata urita. All is well, they're saying. All is well. Shukorita tesika ara, tashori kasa ati ara, toshori tatakasi ara. Shoo. Yeah, it's very beautiful. I had to stop that because I was going to get way too emotional. It was very beautiful. Lots of healing energy. Lots of healing energy, Rhonda. Very beautiful. So allow the energy to continue to work through you. And man, thank you. Thank you for holding space for all of us, Rhonda, because even on this live and on this platform, you step forward, ask for a message. You brought forth energy, whether it related to you personally or not, someone needed to hear it. So you were the channel, you were the space holder to allow this healing energy to come forth through me to you, what you guys are mirroring and creating yourself for me and for others. So thank you. Thank you, Rhonda. All right. Gina, did you want one? Kimmy. What's that say? Sending. Okay, Kimmy. Kimmy and Gina. Yes? How long have I been on here? Oh, they're having me do these. No, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. All right. Shoo. Gina. What do we got for Gina? No, I'm going to pull this one. Shoo. It's funny. I said, what do we got for Gina? And then I just saw your message say, sure. Sure. $555. Lots of change. $555 right now. All right, Gina, what do we got for a quickie? Chaos. To me, we get the chaos. It's a number 9. Chaos is ending. To me, the cycles of chaos in your life are leaving you. This is a tornado, but within this tornado, look at this. You've got an eye here, and we got like a mouth, almost like tears too. There's a nose, so it's almost like a face within this tornado figure. The number 9 is the ending of a painful cycle, wrapping up a cycle. So any sort of chaos is just being like, it's a tornado. So it's being like, you know how a tornado, what's it called? Twister takes things up into it. So it's almost like you're wrapping that up in that tornado. You might have some temporary chaos enter your life. So a tornado or a twister doesn't stay in one area long. It moves through a path. So it's almost like even if you have some chaos coming into your life, Gina, know that it's wrapping up and ending a cycle for you, wrapping up all of that energy, sucking it up through the twister and moving it out. So a lot of times chaos seem like, oh my God, chaos, or I got to go through this, or what the hell's happening here? But what it's doing, it's taking and breaking and releasing and lifting up any dense residual energies that are not serving you and taking them away. So that's what I'm feeling for you. But 2 came out. Choices. Oh, holy shit. This is cool. I've never seen this figure before. So we got an angel here with not only abs and pecs, but he's got a white wing and a black wing. So to me, choices, making a path, but finding, to me, what they're saying is whatever path or choice that is coming your way is obviously do the center, the one that actually brings together 2 opposing forces for something to create a new path or something, the change. So don't go just white wing. Don't go just black wing. It's about unification, not separation. It's bringing together opposing forces to create a new. So choices. Number 46, new beginnings. And isn't that funny? So we went from the 9, which is an ending of cycles, wrapping up some stuff, taking it away. And look, it's taken away into the light to be transmuted. Zoop. Things that have that I see specifically like a maple leaf in that twister up there. To me, the leaves representing the harvest, an end of a cycle, and it's being taken up to be transmuted by the light to create a new cycle, because this is a 10, which is a 1, which is a new beginning, the 46. So allowing the chaos to run rampant for a second. It's going to go in and out quickly if it hasn't already. And this is going to bring you to a place where you can make a more balanced decision in making a choice. But praying for lost souls. Well, it looks like they're working. It looks like they're working. I mean, he's all like rising up this like dark area on the moon here. It looks like being drawn. I don't even know what the hell that is, if it's a bird or a soul, but anyways, being brought up to the light, the moon, coming out of that stuckness of, you could say matrix or dense energies and that kind of stuff. Coming to all of those energies coming to light. You know how the moon, when a full moon, it reveals things that which were once hidden. So to me, it's, yeah, prayers are being answered because this little dark spot is entering and gaining awareness and consciousness to that which was hidden before. So a lost soul is nothing but one that thinks they're separate, but they're not, from the wholeness and the God that they are. Very beautiful. Very nice. So even the chaos of a lost, even the chaos of that a lost soul may feel, it's still part of their soul's journey. They chose it. They wanted it. They came here for that in order to expand and have the spiritual energy through the physical of that chaos, of that lostness, to only reemerge whole like him. So that brings to the question, are souls even ever really lost? Are they? If everything is divine and chosen at a contract, and we get lost when we're in the physical. So obviously, I'm not saying that prayers and praying and all that don't work, because they do. They infuse love and light. They can lighten the load and distribute the burden and empower someone. So absolutely that does. But I'm just in general asking, is a lost soul really lost? They might appear that way, but they're still on their own journey and experience. And we all are going to end up where we need to be, back home. But home never, ever really left us. Yeah, that's my point. So if there's such thing as lost souls in our home, really, we're just infusing and praying for them to see the light that they are, the wholeness that they are, the God self that they are. But the lost soul part of them I guess, needed that experience to experience it in their own individual way. Yeah, absolutely need help. Yeah, no, I'm not dismissing that because, oh boy, because a lost soul is still a piece of us and we have to treat it like a piece of us. And we would want to give love to ourselves. So, of course, we want to give love to that other person because we're all in this together. We're all little strands and rays and fractals of love and light. Whether you consider the journey good or really dense, we all have our part. So we all want to give each other the love and support to help each other. And then what that does is it exponentiates that love and light and helps us to shift quicker with all of the knowledge gained from that experience. So absolutely, Gina. Absolutely. All right. So yeah, I think that's just giving us a little explanation. Why do some people have to go through that, or how come they can't see the light, and all of that kind of stuff? So you held space for a little additional information because a lost soul might seem to keep manifesting these heavy, dark experiences and unworthiness and non-abundance, but really it's just going through their life to bring up and end cycles over and over and over to transmute it into the light until they finally get it. But absolutely, we need to send each other love and support and love and light because you know what we do unto others we do unto ourselves and vice versa. All right, who's next? One more. Kimmy. All right, Kimmy. Shoot. Poor Kimmy, she's been out of water for 24 days. So did the development bring bottled water in for you guys, Kimmy? But not only that, could you take showers in the bad water or not? Just wondering, man, I can't even imagine. You obviously held a positive space for everybody in that development, Kimmy, being the enlightened one that you are. God, good thing they had your presence there, anchoring in love and light in that situation. So any of you guys on here now or later that don't know Kimmy Siegel, where she lived, some oil, got spilt, went into their water supply. They shut down all the water because it was contaminated, and she literally had no water for 24 days. Unbelievable. Yes, a tanker. God, still the inconvenience, but thank you for the tanker. Yes, Gina. Yeah, we all do. We all do. And we should, because when you give someone else a little nudge, we're giving ourselves a nudge as well. And I'll take all the nudges I can get. Bought a camping shower bag still. God. And then the families that have kids and needed to deal with that and go to school and get cleaned and the dishes and, oh my, wash, laundry. Oh my God. Lust. Okay, who am I on? Kimmy. Number 24. Your card is lust. So that's a 6. That's bringing in balance, harmony, memories of the past. I don't know how this is going to resonate, but I'll show you the picture. Probably no time for lusting when you don't got any water. when all your focus is on the water. All right. Let's see what it says. I'm just trying to see what I'm going to pick up intuitively. Kimmy, you're going to have to figure this one out, but I'm going to relay what I'm getting. So this is about lust. Lust is usually when we're lusting after something. It's something more superficial and less deep. Trying to gain our power, gain a sense of satisfaction, of fulfillment from even whatever you're lusting. It doesn't even need to be like sexual engagement and stuff. But in this picture, particularly, the throat chakra is really, really opened here. So he's like giving in, he's surrendering. And she almost looks like a vampire, like the vampire biting the neck. And vampires suck your life out of you, take your energy from you. And he's just surrendering to it. So maybe that's maybe that's a role that you kind of play, is surrendering in some way to and it's funny, I just said, thank God you were there and holding space and light. That it's almost like you surrender and you give in to people that need to suck your energy, that lust after what you have, that, and I don't know if you know anyone in your life that does this to you or not, but he's okay with it and he's surrendered to it. But obviously he's giving into the lust probably, but Who says it's a bad thing, right? Who says that's a bad thing? It's not bad. It's just another experience. But anyways, let's read what it says. I'm just done interpreting. Let's see here. All right, let's see what it says. These are a new deck I got for Christmas. 24. Let's just see what the book says. In general, lust might seem like that's something sinful. So I guess it all depends what your definition is and what your what does that conjure up lust for you? Wanting something that is fleeting, not fulfilling. The picture almost looks like she's almost like got the vampire sucking the blood. Maybe someone's lusting after you or you're lusting. But what the lust in general is getting temporary power, I believe, from at a surface level that's not going to be sustainable. But let's see. Whether it's you thinking that or judging that or someone doing it to you or you needing to surrender to that part of you. You might need to surrender to the superficial, fleeting experience as well, Kimmy. There's no right or wrong in that. As long as you're aware, there's not really anything wrong or good or bad in anything. It's what we label it or what definition we give it. All right. Dear one, when the symbol of lust comes before you, be aware that when you toy with this energy, you may become consumed by it. Yeah, it's about not being consumed, being maybe aware, conscious, working with the energies. There is a fine balance between the desire that is pure and the obsession that arises in the insatiable thrill of danger. Be careful that your desire remains good and that your wanting doesn't cause hurt to yourself or another. It is best that you move cautiously forward. If you are asking about a relationship, you may be developing an obsessive fever that will take a long time to recover from. Ask yourself, what is the nature of your desire? Why do you want this so badly? Beware, there is always a hidden agenda in lust. What is yours? Yeah, no, like this is a card that I would never ever pull for you. But again, this is the wisdom, the house of the night. So it's an energy that either you are working with a client and helping you to become aware and learned about it, or something deep within yourself that you could be judging or questioning or dealing with as it pertains to yourself at a personal level. So it could be lust, could even be like for some people, like an addiction. They're always lusting after the next quick fix, the next quick thrill, but it's just the surface trying to gain or suck out energy. Whoops, where am I? From another, gaining their power, taking their energy to feel good. But all true feel goodness, as you guys all know, comes from within, comes from in here. And I know you know this, Kimmy. So I don't know how in the heck this message is resonating, but maybe there's energies in your subconscious concerning this matter that you are working through, that you are healing and balancing. Because everything is to be accepted in the physical. It's through the acceptance that it is healed, that it is transmuted. We are physical beings. We have all of these experiences for a reason. And yeah, just being aware and conscious and accepting and allowing those energies to work through you. All right, Kimmy. Kimmy was contemplating something about a month ago. I remember. Oh. Well, however it pertains, yeah, that energy's in the field and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just like, what do you have to learn about it? What is it telling you and teaching you about yourself? All of these cards, all oracles, any message, any channel. What is this information telling you about yourself? All right, guys. Is that it? I did 3 loads yesterday. God, I do 3 loads a day. I can't even freaking imagine, Kimmy. All right. Love you, Kimmy. Yes, we all love all of you. We all love each other. All right, guys. So thank you so much. Just wanted to share that message. to recap real quick, again, if you don't have what, and this kind of, okay, so Kimmy, maybe you just capped off the beginning message with lust, because sometimes we want things out of lust for that instant gratification, for that wanting, that excitement, that neediness. Even the journey of love or that feeling of wanting something can be addictive. It's not even the end result of it, whatever it is you're lusting. And that kind of goes back to the collective message when I said, when you can't have what you want, when you can't have what you want, they said, Spirit talked about this back to basic message to come to the present and utilize all the abundance before you now. Focus on that which makes you feel good now. How can you make yourself feel happy, peaceful, balanced, and grounded in the now? What is available now for you that will make you feel good or happy or satisfied or fulfilled? Because nothing in the future, if you keep it in the future, it doesn't even matter. It's not even here. It's the present moment of the frequency you are experiencing that creates that future, that creates that manifestation. So whatever it is that you want that is not here, take that power and or that want and apply it, focus it. Even all of you guys as individual readings, like the bow, focusing on what is available to you now. Lauren's message that she did about positive arrogance, taking the energy of all that you're confident about now and applying it to something else that might be hampering you. Yeah, so it's just about applying our energy in the present and taking advantage and utilizing what is before us now and not wasting our energy. Lust can be a wasteful energy as well. It's wasteful. It's not really empowering. It's not really taking, because lusting, if you're lusting for something, it isn't even really here either. You know what I mean? It's you're lusting. It's something that you want, but it's not here. So it's actually disempowering. So it's about getting your fulfillment in the here and now in the present. What can you do now that satisfies you? What can you do now that it's fulfilling and exciting? Because everything we need is in the now. That's a good way to wrap it up, Kimmy. So thank you for that. Lust keeps everything at arm's distance as well, and it's fleeting. When you're fulfilled with the lust, then you just want more and more and more and more. So lust is kind of equated with what is it you want that you don't have? And it doesn't mean it's lustful or bad. It just means it's an energy that's disempowering instead of empowering, because there are very many things that we want in the future that we don't have now that are definitely going to benefit us, and we just got to match that frequency. But as we meet the frequency of the abundance in the now, we will have what we want anyways. All right, guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hear cake for you, Rhea. Oh, you do you? All right, guys. May you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.